Hey everybody, welcome back to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. I hope you all are well. Last time we closed out the Miki extra scenes, and this time I finally found the Seina extra scene, which was hiding right in front of my face, of course. And I think that'd be a good place to pick up. So let's just get right into it. If I can actually remember Seina's voice, the voice I do for her. Not that my voices are ever distinct anyways. I feel like sometimes I kind of have my voices running into... My different character voices kind of seem to run into each other, but I'm going to try to remember this one. I should have been hungry. My lunch should have been just as good as always. And yet, I just couldn't seem to concentrate on eating. There are a few open rooms on the second floor of the Kumo Miyagara. No, that won't work. People are always going in and out of there at lunch and after school. Then somewhere behind the inner building also wouldn't work. It's going to be the rainy season pretty soon, and I bet we'd meet people Aihara-senpai knows over there. Lunch break. When everyone chats with their friends or reads magazines and munches down their lunch. Lunch is always a release from the long morning classes, yet I was feeling inexplicably gloomy. If you think about it, the school's really big. It has a ton of hiding places in it. But I can't seem to find anywhere two people could be together without being discovered. A place for just the two of us. Aihara-senpai and me. No matter where she is on campus, Senpai's always busy and constantly getting new requests from people. And as soon as we have work to do, we put off being together to do it. On top of that, Senpai and I go home in different directions. I want a place where we can relax while we're at school. Just the two of us. Maki-san. But now that I've really started looking, I just can't seem to find anywhere that will work. Or is it weird to worry about other people so much? Maybe we should just be open about it, and no matter what people say, Aihara-senpai and I... Okay, I guess I wouldn't be going through all this trouble if we could really do that. And I'm starting with senpai as friends anyway. Maki-san. Yes? Is something wrong? Yes. After a pretty stupid exchange, I realized Komano-san from the seat next to mine had addressed me. Oh, I'm sorry, I was just thinking. What do you need? Did you say something to me? I haven't said anything yet. You've just been spaced out for a while, Maki-san. You're not eating at all. Do you feel bad? Just as Komano-san said, I appear to have suddenly stopped eating the rest of my lunch. She must think I'm really weird. Staring into space, stopping halfway through my meal. No, that's not it. Since I didn't know what sort of face to make, I chose to smile a little. Komano-san stared straight at me, with eyes like she could see all the way into the depths of my soul. Like she may have been a little mad. I don't think she was, though. From our conversations together, we've become close enough that I think I can read her. She was probably just too worried to ignore me with how I was acting. I was just spacing out a little. Your lunch is always, so pretty, Komano-san. It always looks really balanced and stuff, too. I tried to steer the conversation somewhere else. Maybe a little too obviously, but it really was true. Whenever I see Komano-san's lunch, it's always got a ton of variety and looks good, and there's a lot of it, like you might expect for someone in the athletic club like her. It looks really tasty. You don't make it yourself, do you? Someone always makes it for me. Your mom? Nuh-uh. From what Komano-san told me, her lunch is made by a second-year student, her childhood friend who lives next door to her. What's with that? It's wonderful. If I could make lunch for Aihara-senpai like Kumano-san and this senpai of hers, what would that be like? I always had my mom make my lunches, but if we could eat a lunch like that together, somewhere where just the two of us could relax. I really need to find a place, our secret place. Yeah, it's interesting to see these two interact because they have more in common than both of them realize, just in the sense that, you know, they both kind of pine after an upperclassman. Though Hina's not aware of it at this point in the story, but you kind of wonder if I'm kind of wondering that if the circumstances were different and Seina and Hina, like, developed some kind of friendship within the course of these last 6 months, I wonder if Hina would have realized her feelings sooner, or would have at least realized them by watching Seina or learning more about Seina. And that's, to me, it's always interesting to think about how stories could be different if characters made different choices or had different interactions. And yeah, it makes me think, like, Hina, there's a possibility that Hina could have realized her feelings for Yuna through a more developed friendship with Seina. Thinking again? No. Well, yeah, actually a little. I'm thinking, I guess. Or I'm wondering. Wondering? I was kind of wondering if there was, like, an unpopular spot where people could stay out of sight on campus somewhere. I'm looking for one, but I'm having no luck. Now that I think about it, what I'm saying sounds kind of wrong, doesn't it? Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna sound to Hina. A secret place, huh? Where no one can find you. You're either up to no good or you're just a weird loner. If I came out with that all of a sudden, people would be surprised, right? Or they'd think I'm weird. But I've been working on this for days and I haven't come up with anything or found anywhere. Maybe I'm just grasping at straws, asking Kumano-san about this, asking for her advice. Kumano-san's kind of quiet, and you'd think she'd be unapproachable, but she's actually pretty easy to talk to. Somewhere unpopular? Kumano-san looked away from me, like she was considering it. When she does that, she kind of looks pretty. But that pretty image of her was shattered by the words she said next. Like in a tree. Huh? A tree? There are a lot of mosquitoes this time of year, though. But there aren't any when you get up 20 meters. 20 meters? Like there, the enoki tree next to the building. Ah, yes, Seina, build a tree house. You're the daughter of, like, a construction worker, right? Your family's in construction, your brothers and your dad. Surely you picked up some tricks, which we know you have. Go build a tree house, and that's where you invite Miki. Of course, we know that's not how the story goes, but that's clearly what I'm taking away from this. Also, Hina apparently likes to climb trees, or at least this makes me think she's a tree climber, which is kind of adorable. Or like on the roof of the Kumomiyagara. There might be a blind spot on the opposite side from the Hoshikan building. But it might get super hot soon. Or maybe Hina just likes high places? Sorry, I don't think I can climb up anywhere that high. Really? Then like in a hedge by the inner building. Some are pretty big inside. I bet nobody could see you from outside. In a hedge? Have you hidden one? But there were a lot of mosquitoes and a spider web got in my hair. That was bad. When Kumano-san started to list her suggestions, I thought maybe she was making fun of me, but I may have underestimated her. Kumano-san holds her expressions so well, it's hard to tell, but it really doesn't look like she's joking. Maybe this is Kumano-san's idea of a serious answer. But the level of difficulty of her suggestions is a little too high, I think. I might be able to get into some of these places, but I really doubt Aihara-senpai could. Kumano-san's got this sharp image to her, like a Shiba or a Kai, some kind of Japanese dog. But from what she's saying now, she's more like a cat. Does Kumano-san wear a tracksuit all the time because it's easier to move through places like that? No, that couldn't be. Then there's... Sorry, I can't think of anywhere else. Oh, that's fine, really. I know I asked something pretty weird. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you if I find anywhere else good. Thank you, but really, don't worry about it so much. Now that I think about it, we're both new students. It's only natural that she wouldn't know that much about the school either. Yeah, I still don't know much about Shirojo, about the school. I'm sure there's a good place somewhere. I should do more looking. But I feel a little better after telling Kumano-san about it and hearing those ideas. I think. It was good just learning that there are places in the school I don't know about. I'm glad I talked to her. I'll just think about it that way. Alright, join me for another episode of Find the New Apple Scene. Right, I promise I will find it quickly. Nope. I'm getting nice little previews of what to expect with all the other characters, I guess, by clicking through all this. Ah, yes, I found it. Comrades and Patience. So let's see. This happens in June. So this is the rainy season. This is when we got like the monsoons and the weather and it's rainy. And looking at the thumbnails to help refresh me, we know earlier this month Maki and Seina had their first kind of hiccup with Seina kissing Miki while she was sleeping and them having to be honest about what happened and discuss it. So just that's the context. I'm going to try my best to remember and keep that in mind. Why didn't that start? Silly game. On the second floor of the western-styled Hoshukan, it even has an old wooden clock tower. There's a large hall, half of which is a tatami room. I fell in love with it the first time I laid eyes on it. The fact that the school is a space like that, and that it's reserved for student use, made me green with envy. It became one of the reasons I chose this school. After visiting the school, I decided I didn't want to go anywhere without a building like this. Somewhere I could hang out after school with a friend. That was my goal. That's why I'd come to this room after starting here, even if I didn't have anything to do, and I'd feel happiness and pride in my heart. Yet, now I don't even care. My mood's totally clouded over. The space had seemed so dazzling, the tables polished by the hands of countless prior students, the ornate frame of the arched doorway, like it was representing the history of the school. But I barely even see them now. There's not a shred of joy in my heart. I sat alone at the table in the corner of the room, hanging my head. I don't even want to come to school anymore. 2 months ago, I was walking on air every day just for getting into the school and being able to go here. But what's with me now? I'm thinking I don't even want to be at the school I used to love so much. I'm struggling even to leave my own room, let alone my house. But I can't help remembering it when I'm alone. I remember it and I regret it and I want to scream. But why did I come here? What did I think being here would do? Along the tables lined up in the tatami room, Various clubs and committees are having meetings. All sorts of people are making the most of their after-school time. People looking serious and people just enjoying themselves. None are like me. Of course, none of them are idiots like me. I don't want to be alone, but I don't want to be around people either. No matter where I am, I always end up thinking back to how pathetic and awful I was. Why did I? No matter where I am, I can't stand it there. It feels like my whole body's wrapped in sandpaper. And it's all my fault. Everything that I looked up to, the person that I love, I ruined all of it. I messed it all up. Negative feelings like shame and regret plugged up my chest. They felt like they were choking me. What does Senpai think of me? I kissed her while she was sleeping, and that wasn't all. After she woke up, I apologized with everything I had. I apologized because I wanted her to forgive me. And I wanted her to forgive me because I truly knew that I shouldn't have done it. I did it even though I knew I shouldn't have. But that's not all. I even got down on my hands and knees. I wonder what Aihara-senpai thought when she saw me like that. When she saw me apologizing for kissing her. I bet Senpai doesn't even want to see my face anymore. It's not as if she's been avoiding me since then. I still see her during lunch and after school when I go to her classroom. And when I tell her I'll help her with her work, it's not like she turns me down or anything. I don't think I'm just imagining the rift that's there between us. Will we ever be able to talk like we used to again? I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid and disgusting and thoughtless. Is there anything good about me? Is there a single thing I can be proud about? A single thing that's likable about me? There's nothing. Yet I was so ecstatic. I was so sure Aihara-senpai would start loving me back. I was wrong. I sent her my letter and confessed, and though I didn't get a clear answer, it wasn't a no. We became closer than we had before, and I thought we were getting closer after that too. But that was probably just as senior and junior, as friends. Thinking it was okay to kiss her was just my mistake. It must have creeped Senpai out. Just a junior, another girl like her, and while she was sleeping and couldn't say no, I didn't even think about how unpleasant or creepy it might be for Senpai. It's too late now. It's already happened. How can I get her to forgive me? How can we go back to the way things were before? No, we can't. It's already too late. And the moment I realized again that there was nothing I could do to take back what I'd already done, oh no, I'm going to cry in front of people I don't even know. What would the point of crying be? And if Aihara-senpai found out about it, what would she think of me? I was the one who hurt her, and then I get all sad and mopey about it on my own and cry? What will that do? Am I thinking Senpai will feel sympathy and forgive me? Is that what I'm thinking? That's selfish. Oh, I can't hold it in, and I can't take a deep breath and let this bitterness out. I'm sorry, Senpai. I'll never go to see you again. I tried to go see Senpai up until yesterday. I thought maybe she would forgive me, but I can't anymore. I know I can't see her anymore, but the tears are still growing in my eyes. It's all going blurry. Huh? There's a blob in the blur, growing closer. Someone small. Is that Hina-chan? The familiar tracksuit-clad girl was definitely walking straight to me. No, not now. Stay away. I don't want anyone to see me looking so pathetic. But Hina-chan stopped right at my table. Seina-chan. She said my name just as I feared she would. I looked up and let out a sound like the start of a sob, and Hina-chan sat down in front of me. I bought you some bread, Seina-chan. Let's eat. Eh? She said something crazy again. I was so surprised that I made a strange noise, too. And just like she'd said, Hina-chan started pulling bread out of a bag one after the other. More and more. Maybe 10 in all. I watched in awe as she laid them all out. Eat whichever one you like. Why? I tried to keep my voice as normal as possible, but I'm sure she heard every tremble in it. Hina-chan thought for a while, then... Anyway, it's good to eat at times like these. You seem pretty low on energy. Pretty low on energy, huh? Yeah, with a face like this. But I was strangely comforted by Hina-chan's words, and I felt my spirits lifting a bit from before, when I'd been about to burst. Thank you. Yes, I'm grateful, but... I don't know if I can eat anything fried right now, though. There's like a lump in my throat. I don't know if I'd be able to get it down. You think so? I heard oily stuff's good at times like that. Really? I've never heard that before. Is she doing this on purpose? No, it's Hina-chan. I'm sure she really thinks that. When she asks me things, and now when she's trying to cheer me up, she's so candid and uses so few words. That's why it feels like all her words are important. If this is how Hina-chan is, maybe I really shouldn't hide anything from her anymore. I sniffed in once, hard, and strangely that seemed to stop the tears from spilling forth. I opened up one of the rolls she'd given me and nibbled on the curry bread. The stinging spiciness of the sauce filled my mouth. And while I ate my bread, and while Hina-chan munched on her own roll across from me, I heard her mutter quietly, "What's wrong?" A simple question with no distractions, but... What do you mean? I was confused for a moment. Hina-chan's question was so simple, the words had just poured out honestly from inside me. Well, I think I hurt someone important to me. Someone precious to me. Someone precious to you? You hurt them? Yeah. I don't know how to face her anymore. So you don't want to see her? No, that's not it. I want to see her, but I don't think I should. And when I think that, I don't know what to do. What has she said? Has she said she doesn't want to see you, Seina-chan? No, she hasn't. She hasn't, but I wonder. I don't really know. I think I did something really terrible. With Hina-chan, the thoughts I wouldn't be able to tell anyone just come out. Maybe it's because I like Hina-chan's eyes, though I could see people thinking she's glaring at them. Even if she isn't saying anything, she's urging me to continue with her eyes. When nothing more was said, she thrust another roll out at me. More bread. Is she really trying to give me energy? Things are getting kind of silly. Huh? Oh, I'm already pretty full. I got through the first curry bread somehow, but... Just eat one more. Okay. Then you should go see her. Huh? But even if I go, we can't talk. Because I feel like nothing I can say to her will change things. You don't need to talk to her, but you should be near her. You think so? I should? Even if she might feel bad because I'm near her? I don't know. She might, but she also might forgive you. But either way, you won't know unless you're near her, right? You might be right, but it kinda hurts. If I go to see Senpai and sense that invisible rift between us again, it's going to be hard. Maybe she'll forgive me and accept me like she used to again. I considered that thought, but even holding on to that hope was painful. That's why I thought I shouldn't see Senpai anymore. But Hina-chan continued. You have to deal with it. Simply and clearly. Deal with it? Forever? She's precious to you, isn't she? Is she someone you can't stand being near? Oh. She's right. No matter what Senpai thinks of me, it won't change the feelings that I have for her. It's true that it's hard, and I might start feeling sad and pathetic again, but even still, no matter what happens, I don't want things to go on like this. I don't want her to leave me. Why couldn't I figure this out until Hina-chan told me? Why was I about to give up? Yeah, you're right. I think Hina-chan's right. How did she so easily know what I should do? Could Hina-chan have... Has Hina-chan also... Have you had to do that before, Hina-chan? Dealing with being near someone, even if it hurts? She started thinking for a moment again, then gave another quick response. It's a secret. I hope we find out what that secret is. Because I'm guessing it has to do with Yuna. And we already know that Hina is pretty observant. And she's pretty smart too when it comes to knowing people's feelings. Like, this doesn't necessarily surprise me that she could kind of figure out something was wrong with Seina. And I definitely like that she felt that she likes Seina enough to go comfort her when she knows she's down. Because Hina was able to figure out the same thing with Yuna, right? You know, Yuna doesn't tell Hina what happened in junior high with the cooking club and what she's been struggling with all this time, but Hina knows, and Hina admits to that. And so we know she's pretty observant, and she's pretty good with people's feelings, and it's cool to see that demonstrated again. But I wonder what the secret is. I don't know. Like, there's nothing I can say more than that. I guess I'll just wait and see. That was it. It didn't seem very fair, but I know that there are some things you don't want to say. And I was glad she told me this stuff. A secret. I'm fine just knowing that Hina-chan has felt the same way that I do now. Here, eat more. What? I'm really at my limit here. I haven't even finished the second one yet. You can't? Want to take it with you then? Yes, Hina, not everyone has your appetite. Hina's probably like, I eat 5 rolls of bread sometimes. You can't even eat 3? What's wrong with you? Anyways. Huh? No, I'd feel bad. You should eat the rest, Hina-chan. Okay. I'll do that. Yeah, Hina's not one to turn down food, right? She'll offer it to you, but if you play this whole game of like, no thanks, like, she's just gonna be like, yep, that's mine. Even if she gave me this bread, there's no way I'd be able to finish it. From how much Hina-chan usually eats, I bet she could, but I can't. What time of day is this, by the way? Is this after school? Because I was just thinking, if this is lunchtime, does that mean Hina, like, already had her full-on Yuna 4-course meal with all its sides, and then she had bread on top of it? I mean, even if this isn't lunchtime and it's after school, how is she still hungry? Though, you know, she's got to go run track. Maybe that's where it is. Then again, at the school festival, she ate so much. Like, Miyu and Matsuri stuffed her full of food. So, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Seina-chan. Yeah? Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm going to practice then. Just take this one with you. Okay, so I'm guessing then it's totally after school then. She tore off a section of the tricolor bread and tossed it into her mouth, leaving the rest of it in front of me. Tricolor bread? What is that? I don't know what that is. Do any of you know what that is? Can you tell me? I'm guessing it's like 3 colors or something? I don't know. This game has educated me on bread, though. And food, for that matter. And I really should learn to not play this before I've had dinner, which is usually when I'm playing this. Like, I should eat first and then play this game, because I'm always makes me hungry. Like, right now I want bread. I want curry bread, and now I want to try this tricolor bread. Now I just need to do something about this myself. I'm sure Hina-chan came in here because she saw me. Because she saw me about to cry. She came here to cheer me up. She even bought bread for me. Something about that just makes me really happy. Nothing's resolved with Senpai yet, but now I know what I should do. I wonder if Hina-chan thinks of me as a friend. We sit next to each other in class and have been talking a lot lately. It seems like we've actually gotten pretty close. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Yeah, for now, I should just do what Hina-chan told me to. For now, I'll go to see Senpai. I don't know what will happen if I do, but I know that nothing will come from continuing to run away from her. But what am I supposed to do about this? On the table was the bread I'd been unable to finish, and the 2/3 of the tricolor bread Hina-chan had left me. It's a little funny thinking of it as a sign of Hina-chan's friendship. It cheered me up. Yes. I think that's a good sign that Hina likes you if she gives you food. Because we know Hina has a healthy appreciation for food. So I think that's like a good offering of friendship. I'm guessing this is where the next scene is. Wow, we don't have anything in July and August. We just go straight to September. School festival time. Which, I was so hoping that maybe in the extra scenes we'd get Miki and Seina's date. That happens during summer. But I guess maybe because that doesn't happen at school, that's why we don't see it. But then again, we have scenes like at Yuna's house. Those don't happen at school, on school campus, obviously. Can't really be upset about it, I guess. Not gonna do anything. High expectations. So wait, if we're in September, though, before the school festival. Okay. Maki-chan, that's gonna be a hard name. Yurirei-sensei's map of Nakasendo. Oh man, that sentence is a mouthful for me. Ugh. Right, Yurirei-sensei, the second year Japanese history teacher. Then it'd be the reference room on the 2nd floor, right? Yes, do you know where it is? I could go. No, I know where it is. I'll be right back. I took the bulky folder and key from Miki-san and ran off as fast as I could go without getting in trouble. The room could be mistaken for an empty classroom at a glance, but I didn't miss it. The lock could be a bit particular, but I got it open with ease. I think I've gotten pretty good at this. I know almost all the teachers' names now, and I don't hesitate when I need to put materials back on specific shelves. Oh yeah, also, something that I wanted to mention in the last scene, but I got a little too caught up in what was going on, because it was sort of in the beginning when, because the thought came to me sort of in the beginning when Seina was talking about, like, the architecture of that building and all that, is that Seina should totally go into historic restoration. That would be, like, the job I see her working at in the future. Historic restoration is super cool. And I don't know how that works in Japan, but here in the United States, that stuff's awesome. And Seina, who has this appreciation for architecture and historic architecture, too. She'd rock at that. Anyways. It was just me geeking out a bit, because that's kind of part of my field of work, too, and I love that stuff as well. I'm back. What's up with the mop? Whoa, it's snapped clean in half. When I returned, Miki-san was carrying something new. A second year in the light music club was... Is it called air guitar? She was fooling around and broke it, apparently. Smashed it right into a plaster bust in the art room and ruined that too. Ah, geez, giving us more work? People like that should whack their own heads instead of the poor busts. Well, a new mop. We need to get one from the closet, right? That's right. You'll need to tell a teacher. Oh, but I should go so I can explain. It's fine, I can explain. You're cleaning up the bust, right, Miki-san? Somehow or another, yes. Then you can do that, and I'll do this. I took the remains of the mop from Miki-san and ran off again as fast as I could get away with. The closet in the corner of the hallway with the faculty room. It's hard to find it if you don't know about it, but I know my way around now. I know how to get new equipment, too. You need to explain things to a teacher who will give you the key and approve the switch. A little while ago, I would have been nervous talking to a teacher about something like this, and I wouldn't have known where the closet was either. But now I'm used to it. Though, I learned all this by listening to Miki-san's instructions, or by observing her. I've picked up a lot of things working with Miki-san. It just shows how much we've been together. Even during that long summer break. Of course, Miki-san had summer courses and things to take care of, but she still made time for some dates with me. 3 of them! Oh man, there were 3 of them? We only thought there were 3 of them? Oh, sorry. To be fair, at this point, we were only aware that there was 1 date. We didn't know there were 3 of them. Oh, I wish you could have seen, like, just one of them. But the number doesn't matter. It matters to me. What matters is that Miki-san made time for me. That makes me happier than anything, and going out together on dates. I remember every detail. For our first one, all we did was eat lunch together, but on the second one, we went shopping. I picked out some clothes for Miki-san. The third one was the last day of summer break. I had some movie tickets that were good until that day, so I invited her and we went together. The movie was a hyped-up Hollywood flick, but it was honestly just kind of dull. Impressive pictures and sounds, but kind of tiring otherwise. But then after that, Miki-san took me to her favorite cafe. I think of it as kind of a secret place. I've never invited someone here before you, Maki-chan, she said. I was so touched when I heard that I almost cried. Even after that incident, I was able to get close to Miki-san again. No, even closer. To be able to spend time dating the person I love over summer vacation. I may have daydreamed about it before, but I never thought it would really happen like this. Dating. Yes, we really were. Miki-san had said so, after all. Even though we're both girls, we met up with each other, ate together, went shopping. Of course, we couldn't really be too obvious about it in public, but I think Miki-san and I are pretty much girlfriends now. I want to think that anyway. And I'm fine with Miki-san thinking that too. That's why I feel so light on my feet like this. to be able to work with the person I love like this. When I think about it like that, I start feeling like I could do anything, even things I wouldn't normally be able to do on my own. It's funny how love makes you feel that way. I got into the closet, pulled out a new mop, and took it out of its plastic packaging. Now I just have to take the broken one out to the trash. Headed to the incinerator. I could take it there for you. Huh? Someone stood at the closet door, back ramrod straight. That's a very interesting way to describe posture. Back ramrod straight, looking pretty and cool with her perfect posture. She stepped inside and took the broken mop from me so smoothly and so quickly that I didn't come back to myself until the mop was already out of my hands. No, I'll take it. It's fine. I'm on my way there anyway. You should stay inside while it's this hot out. But, this person, this second-year senpai, stiff and kind of scary, is someone I've talked to a few times, I think. It's fine, Aryu-senpai. It's not much extra work. Ah, you remembered my name. Though I have become a bit infamous, haven't I? You could say that. Aryu-senpai rounds up the latecomers every morning, so I can't imagine those girls think very highly of her. Of course, the impression I have is a little different. Aryu-senpai is actually pretty close to Miki-san, I think. So she's sort of special in my mind because of that. She's not like all the people who ask Miki-san for favors all the time. Actually, I've seen her deflect some work that was going to go to Miki-san before, assigning it to other people. She's kind of scary, but I think she's on my side. Oh, you have no idea, Seina. Aki is on your side, and she's on Miki's side too. She knows. I'm telling ya, Aki so knows what's going on between those two. In fact, I have to wonder I want to know what Seina thinks of Aki after the whole debacle at the school festival. Because I'm sure even if Seina wasn't there in the audience, I'm sure she probably heard about it. And I would love to know what Seina thinks of Aki after she knows that her and Yoka made out on stage at the school festival. I kind of like these two together. I never thought of what their interactions would be like. But I kind of like this. I like where this is going. I only offered because it was you, Maki-san. Ah, that's right. Did you find that thing you were looking for? Looking for? No comment. Oh my god. I love how... Oh, Seina, why would you ask Aki that? I mean, why not? But considering the way you ask every person you meet, but we know Seina doesn't usually think. I guess maybe she's kind of like Yoka in that sense, where she isn't necessarily thinking before she acts on something, before she acts on her feelings. Because we saw that with Hina, she just kind of spits it out, you know? Hina doesn't even really have to drag the question out of her. Seina's just like, I'm kind of wondering if there are any secret spots on campus, you know? It just kind of comes out. So I guess it's not too crazy to think she might have just casually brought it up to other people she's been in contact with. Well, and I have to wonder, though, how much Seina told Aki. Was it just, I'm looking for unpopular places on campus, or was it, I'm looking for unpopular places on campus so I can be alone with someone? I mean, I know in that last little narrative, Seina kind of implies she might have told Aki more details than she told Hina, but I don't think we can really just jump to that conclusion yet. Oh, I guess no comment was sort of the same as saying I found somewhere but I couldn't tell her, huh? Sorry. Don't worry about it. I'm confident that you won't get up to any strange mischief, Maki-san. And I didn't really know what to make of such a decisive person searching for the right words to say. When she finally found them, I was kind of dumbfounded by what I heard. I want to thank you. Huh? For Aihara-senpai. She looks like she's doing a lot better since summer vacations ended. I'm sure it's because of you that she's doing better lately, so I'm grateful. See, Aki so knows what's going on right now. Like, I could put money on this. Though, I don't know, I've said that for a lot of my predictions in this game, and I've been wrong. So maybe I don't really want to put money on this, but I feel like I can put money on this for sure. For sure. So, I will. All I could do was stand there while Aryu-senpai looked away, thin shadows forming under her eyes. Frankly, I was worried about Aihara-senpai. She seemed to be in a bad situation before summer. I was worried some of her character might be crushed if things went on like they were. I was trying to help her a little myself, but it didn't seem to be something I could change. I didn't have the power to ask her to change something within herself. She added on frustratingly to the end. Quietly, I'm pretty sure I heard right. She really did look frustrated at her inability. But I'm the same. All I'm doing is helping Aihara-senpai. There's no need for modesty. I can just tell looking at her that you're different from anyone else around her before now, Maki-san. I think so. And I'm hopeful that you might be able to point her in a better direction in the future. Aki so knows. And this isn't just my opinion. There are others who worry about Aihara-senpai, and they all say the same thing. I'm flattered, but I'm not really sure what you mean. I mean that everyone's got high expectations for the new member of the committee, and that's you, Maki Seina-san. So if you ever need anything, you can come to me. If it's something I can help with, I'll do whatever I can to assist you. I guess I held you up while you were busy. I'm sorry about that. Aihara-senpai might be waiting for you even now while we're talking like this. Oh, that's right. Hurry back to her now. I'll take care of this mop. See you later. Keep at it. Aryu-senpai said, taking the broken mop and leaving the closet. That was kind of a whirlwind of a conversation, and I hadn't really processed it yet. But the lack of a broken mop in my hand confirmed to me that it had really happened, I guess. And her words still remained inside my head. Aryu-senpai said she was in a bad situation, right? She meant all the work Miki-san was getting, and is still getting now, right? So she thinks what I do. And it's not just us. There are other people who think so too. I'm still really not sure what to do now, but I know there are people on my side like Aryu-senpai. Now if we just get a chance, I'm sure. Okay. Energy invigorated me, even though I had no idea what sort of chance I was waiting for. No matter, I wanted to be ready for it. Aryu-senpai said something else too, didn't she? Something about high expectations. Who did she mean? Me? No way, it's a joke, right? That can't be. It's so unrealistic I had to laugh a little. I can hardly imagine anyone having those expectations about me. Oh, don't doubt yourself, Seina. You were wonderful. Shoujo life. What is this? What is this? What's this weird jittery feeling? I mean, in numbers, it's only been 3. Just 3 days. That's the sort of time you might be out of school from, like a bad cold. But those 3 days were like isolation on a whole nother planet to me. Seina? Yet when I came back to the school, my classes, everyone, none of them had changed a bit. Seina? Oh, so I guess this is after the suspension then. What's wrong? You haven't eaten at all. I'm even feeling some deja vu from this exchange with Hina-chan, who's eating lunch with her desk up to mine. No, it's nothing. Yeah? Okay. Well, nothing seems to faze Hina-chan, so I suspected she'd greet me as usual. But it kind of weirds me out that the whole class has been the same. It's like nothing has changed here, at least on the surface. Like everything's the same as it was before I was suspended. I don't regret getting in trouble, and everyone at home accepted things. Even the teachers listened to what I had to say. But violence is violence, right? To me, it feels like, I lost control again. No matter what reasons I might have had, isn't it natural to, like, shun somebody who does something like that? I don't know if I would expect shunning of you, Seina. I just might expect cowering in absolute fear. But, yeah, that too, walking on eggshells. Yet, so far, there's been nothing like that. I haven't heard anyone whispering or anything either. Maybe I just shouldn't worry about it either then, though I still feel pretty uncomfortable. Probably because no matter how much I try to ignore it, I'm still on my guard. I'm probably just being too self-conscious then. Overly sensitive or something. Hey, Seina. Yeah? When you were gone from school, I heard from Sono-sensei. Both parties reconciled, so that's that. It's Shoujo tradition to let go of grudges. Is that what she said? Huh? That's not saying, like, both of us are to blame, right? And it's not like what goes around comes around. What would this be? Let bygones be bygones? I don't know, but... So everyone knows there was a reason for what I did, and that it's already settled. I mean, my classmates aren't going to treat me differently just because I was suspended? But thinking that makes me really relieved. Relieved and calm. Huh. So that means that me and everyone else in this half a year since we started school have totally adopted Shoujo tradition? Maybe? That's kind of amazing. I'd only just come back from my suspension, but I was starting to feel like I could be proud of the last 3 days. Of course, that's probably not how you're supposed to think about it. I just feel totally good about the idea that I've got the spirit of my beloved school in me now. I leaned into Hina-chan a little as she ate her lunch and said, "This is a good school, isn't it?" All my feelings had boiled down to those words. Maybe that was a little too sudden, but... Hina-chan didn't seem surprised or anything. She just swallowed the food in her mouth and... This is a good school. She didn't have much to say either. Her face didn't look any different, but I think I could tell she was happy. Her voice sounded like it anyway. I wonder. It kind of seems like something good might have happened to Hina-chan too. Here at this school. Hina-chan, did something good happen to you? It did, Hina-chan answered frankly. It's a secret, though. This is a time when you're supposed to be honest, Hina. Where's that Hina-grade honesty? I suppose she won't tell me what it is like before. I see, a secret. But that's fine. Even if we're friends, we don't need to tell each other everything. No, this is another one of those incidents where you two would have so much to talk about. Because in this case, we know what Hina's talking about. We know Hina's referring to Yuna. I mean, and God, if you would just admit that to Seina, the two of you would have so much to talk about. And I'd love it. I'd love to see that interaction happen, like the teasing out of these interactions, because this happened again with Miyu and Miki. And like, I understand why you want to tease these situations, and I also understand that it's in character, like it's in character for these characters to not necessarily be like straight up honest with each other and bond over their common ground. But I want it so badly. It'd be so nice to see. Did something good happen to you, Seina? You sound happy. It did. Mine's a secret too, though. Ugh! No! I can't No, you can! You can, Seina. That's the thing. You can tell Hina about Miki. Hina would totally get it. That's good, Seina. Miki-san and I can keep what's between us in our own hearts. Maybe it's cliche, but I want to keep it just between the two of us. It might be selfish of me to think so, but I feel like the best friends are those that you can keep secrets from, but still get along with. Well, it's true that a good friend will respect your silence and your privacy. But honestly, this feels a little too much like what happened between Miki and Miyu. And I've already spoken about it, so I'm not gonna say anymore. And since Hina-chan's one of those friends, I want to tell her about the things I was thinking about while suspended. Hey, Hina-chan. I was thinking about something while I was gone from school. Can I tell you about it? Sure. What is it? Miki-san, the school, the people I can call my friends. I love all of them. After all my thinking, what I came up with was a crazy, bold conclusion that even I thought was kinda out there. I've been thinking. I kinda want to be the student council president here. I didn't even wait to see the next look on her face. How would she respond? I think I already knew that when I told her. Oh, that's cute. I do like those two being friends, so that makes me very happy. I could see Seina doing student council stuff because she really likes the school and all. Like, that works for me. Oh, man. This is gonna be another long episode, you guys. And I apologize for that. I hope you don't mind. But, like, I don't want to split these up because I just don't know how many extra scenes every character has. And so I don't want to be, like, uneven, lopsided. Like, if this is the last Seina extra scene, I'd rather put it in with this episode than have it be, like, a 5-minute video on its own. But, I like what I'm seeing here. Miki, congratulations on your retirement. It began with those words from Inamoto-senpai and the bouquet she presented to Miki-san. Oh, you shouldn't have, Miyu. What beautiful flowers. Don't mention it. Thanks for all your hard work. Inamoto-senpai's the vice captain of the track team, right? Good work, Miki. Thanks, Matsuri-san. You both retired recently as well, isn't that right? Congratulations to you too. Thanks. It's like we finally have time to catch our breath. Yep. The other one with Inamoto-senpai is Amashima-senpai of the track team. Yep, the captain. Huh, so they both retired recently too. I think Hina mentioned that they stayed on until now because they're both such amazing athletes. Yesterday we had one of our regular meetings with the committee. Most committees elect their new leaders and have their third-year members retire around now in October. So Miki-san left the beautification committee yesterday too. She kept working really hard right up until the end, and she even had a really cool parting speech. I was so touched, I was actually about to cry. I kept it inside, of course, since as soon as the meeting was over, we still had Miki-san's last job to do. And the next day, today, Miki-san was finally released from all her work. I went to her classroom, about to tell her good job one last time, but now Amashima-senpai and Inamoto-senpai from her class are here giving her bouquets. Crap, why didn't I bring her a bouquet? Stupid! How could you forget to give Miki-san a present for her retirement? I really feel like I've lost to these track team seniors. But those two aren't the only ones celebrating Miki-san's retirement. Aihara-senpai. Oh, Aryu-san. Thank you for all your hard work. Oh, it's Aryu-senpai from the disciplinary committee. Aihara-san, thank you for everything. Really, especially for your help during the school festival. Even Sono-sensei. Miki-san's amazing. None of these people are on the committee, but they're all here celebrating her retirement. And they're not being sarcastic, like, she finally left, of course. They're really thanking her for her work. I guess this is the sort of situation where you'd say, she'll be missed. Everyone's celebrating her retirement because they know how hard she worked. Inamoto-senpai and Aryu-senpai even brought flowers. And I didn't bring anything. Thank you, Aryu-san, and thank you for coming here, Sono-sensei. You're the president of the disciplinary committee now, right, Aryu-san? I wish you the best of luck. Yes, I'm sure I won't accomplish as much as you, senpai, but I plan to do a good job. I'm sure you will. Sounds kind of scary to me, like the demon disciplinary committee president. It's a good thing you're graduating, Matsuri. Yeah, dodged a bullet there. Oh, but I don't have morning practice anymore, so maybe Aki-chan will go easy on me if I'm late. Please try to be punctual, senpai. Yeah. Miki-san really is amazing. The captain and vice captain of the track team, the president of the disciplinary committee, even a teacher. She's surrounded by such amazing people. Oh, I feel like I'm just an extra. I wanted to invite Miki-san to our hideout right away, but I can't really say it like this, can I? Maki-san. Yes? You'll continue with the beautification committee next year, won't you, Maki-san? Yes, that's the plan. Good. I hope you'll follow Aihara-senpai's example, though senpai may have worked a bit too hard, I think. Maybe. I don't think we'll have to worry about that with Maki-san, though. You might be right. She might go berserk if she doesn't like your request. Roar! What? Go berserk? Oh, Matsuri-san, Seina doesn't go berserk that easily. Yeah, probably. Ugh, so I've gotten kind of famous. I don't regret it, but I'm not sure I want this troublemaker image for myself. No, embrace it, Seina. Embrace the troublemaker image. And troublemaker's not the way I'd put it. I'd put it more like, enraged, frenzied. Berserk's really kind of a good word for it. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a good word for it. But embrace it, Seina. You're right. I'm sorry for teasing you, Maki-san. No. Remember, you can come to me if you ever need any help, okay? Yeah. Oh yeah, come see your super cool senpai if you need advice. Whatever it is, I'll listen. Relationship stuff, romance stuff, totally okay. What? Give me your phone number later. I'll give you mine. So I can't tell if Matsuri's like being genuine or if she's just hitting on Seina because we know how Matsuri thinks. See? Excuse me. Excuse me, I got a little carried away there. I'm really sorry for that. But see, Miyu totally knows where I'm coming from here. Miyu knows what's going on. Laughter rang out around me and Miki-san. It was kind of embarrassing, but I was kind of happy too. It felt like all of Miki-san's hard work was finally being acknowledged. That's why so many people are here celebrating her retirement. That's why they're so happy. I can be proud too of the help I gave Miki-san. That they're celebrating my precious Miki-san. From now on, I'll be a role model for the whole school. I'll make Miki-san proud. It's like we finally made it. Beside the couch was the collection of bouquets Miki-san had received. None of them were super huge, but every one of them was beautiful. Sorry that took so long. No, don't worry about it. I mean, they were all there to celebrate your retirement, Miki-san. That's great, isn't it? And you got a bunch of bouquets, too. You really are amazing, Miki-san. I suppose so. Huh? Miki-san? Miki-san sitting next to me wrapped an arm around my shoulder and pulled me into a hug. Miki-san. Huh? Why? I'm happy, but why? This is all thanks to you, Seina. Huh? That's not true. No, it is. Miki-san's voice was right next to my ear. That's everyone was so happy because of how hard you worked, Miki-san. No, if you hadn't been there, I don't think my retirement would have been as cheerful. Huh? Maybe I would have gotten a few flowers, but I'm not sure I would have been smiling like that. Not without you. I wonder if I would have heard the same words, if I'd had to have felt the same way. I'm sure something would still have been caught in my heart. I would still have been dragging along the idea that it was all because I didn't want anyone to think badly of me. Miki-san, but... because you were there, Seina. Because you got angry for me. I think that's why I was able to get rid of all that. And because I told you I love you, I think that's why I could be so happy receiving those bouquets today. But I wasn't getting angry for you, Miki-san. I really just lost it. Then how about because we did it together? I just shared in the celebration of your retirement a little. But I really only had a little part in it, okay? Miki-san hugged me a little tighter, and I was buried in her chest a little deeper. You're right. I received all those bouquets together with you, Seina. I'm happier for that, too. My nose filled with Miki-san's pleasant scent. Miki-san. Yes, Seina? So, you're retired now. Yep. Good luck on your studying. Yes, I'll do my best. I'm hoping to go to a college in the area. Somewhere I can commute to from home. Huh? So that we can be together after I graduate, too. Miki-san. If I work hard, I might just get a scholarship. If I can get accepted early, we can hang out during winter vacation. Yeah. After I graduate. And after that, let's stay together forever. Is that all right? Yes, of course. These are the words I'd only hoped to hear. I wasn't totally sure what would happen after Miki-san graduated. I didn't know what would happen if we were separated, if Miki-san went to college in another prefecture, but I couldn't bring myself to ask her about that. But Miki-san will be with me forever. She wants to. I want to be with you too, Miki-san. Forever. Yes, me too, Seina. Miki-san. Oh, Miki-san's holding me tighter again. Really squeezing. Miki-san's scent is wrapping all around me. I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. And Miki-san's arms against her chest, being held. I'm getting filled with Miki-san. Miki-san? Seina, I can't take much more of this squeezing. I'm gonna burst. Oh, like this? A different sort of strength entered Miki-san's arms. Miki-san and I toppled over onto the couch. I'm on top again. I pushed her down again. Miki-san, Miki-san looked up at me, but kept her arms together around my back. Yes? I'm gonna lose control again. It's fine, Seina. Oh, just do something, please. No, am I supposed to do something? I don't know, but... Miki-san? I couldn't stop Miki-san's lips from meeting mine. Oh, sweet moment. I wish we got, more of the CGIs in the extra scenes, but we don't get any more, I'm guessing. It makes me kind of sad. Oh, that was adorable. Yeah, Seina and Miki, I think, may be my favorite couple in this game. Just because they had, in my opinion, the most interesting development and conflict. And I think their conflict, what they both had to go through, was very relatable. And I think that can be applied. I mean, I think that stuff happens in a lot of relationships where you have conflicts and personalities. And I think the way it was handled was very maturely and very believable. So I like that. Again, really apologize for the super long episode, but I didn't know when I should split up the scenes because I didn't know how many scenes there are going to be. So anyways, next time we will, I think Kiri's scenes are up next. Yeah, so we will resume with Kiri and go from there. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you on the next one. Take care, you guys.